The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The present moment is the most important concept to understand in our journey towards enlightenment. It is all that we ever truly have. It is all that exists. We spend most of our lives either lost in memories of the past or anxious about the future. However, this constant focus on the past and future keeps us disconnected from the now, which is the only real experience we can have. In reality, the past is gone and the future is yet to arrive, leaving only the present as the true reality of our lives. We often seek fulfillment in external things or future events, believing that happiness will come when we achieve a certain goal. This creates an illusion, a belief that happiness lies somewhere else, not in the present moment. However, happiness cannot be found outside ourselves, as it is a state of being that comes from within. By focusing on the now, we access the present moment and open ourselves to the peace and contentment that already exist within us. To experience this inner peace, we need to disengage from the mental chatter that constantly occupies our minds. Our minds are often filled with worries, doubts, and distractions, which prevent us from being present. By observing our thoughts without judgment, we create a space between our consciousness and the mind, allowing us to experience the present moment. Living in the now does not mean that we should abandon our responsibilities or stop planning for the future. It simply means that we should not be attached to the outcome or live in a constant state of worry. When we are present, we are fully engaged in the task at hand without distractions or worry. This focused attention brings clarity and effectiveness, allowing us to make decisions from a place of calm and wisdom. By living in the now, we align ourselves with the flow of life. Life is constantly changing, and we try to hold on to the past or control the future. We create resistance and suffering. The more we accept the present moment as it is without resistance, the more we align with the natural flow of life. Acceptance does not mean passivity or inaction. It means accepting things as they are while still taking necessary action when required. The key to living in the now is mindfulness, which means being fully aware of what is happening in the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, we train ourselves to notice the small details of life, whether it's the sound of the wind, the sensation of our breath, or the feeling of the ground beneath our feet. These simple moments of awareness bring us into the present, away from the distractions of the past and future. Through mindfulness, we can experience life more deeply and authentically, enjoying each moment as it is. In conclusion, the present moment is the gateway to peace, contentment, and self realization. By letting go of our attachment to the past and future, we can embrace the now and experience life fully. The power of now is the power of being fully present in each moment without judgment or distraction. It is through this practice that we can find true happiness and peace, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. One of the core obstacles to living in the present is the constant activity of the mind. The mind is often preoccupied with past memories or future expectations, leaving us disconnected from the present moment. This mental chatter, often driven by fear, anxiety, or desire, continuously pulls us away from the now. Most people live as though they are mentally absent, their minds wandering in the past or future, while life is happening around them in the present. This is why the present moment is so often overlooked, despite being the only real moment we ever experience. To shift our focus back to the present, we must become aware of this mental activity and learn to quiet the mind. Awareness is the key to breaking free from the cycle of mental distraction. When we notice our thoughts without becoming attached to them, we create a space where peace and presence can emerge. It is in this space of awareness that we can truly experience the power of now. Being present also means letting go of judgments. The mind loves to categorize and judge everything, but judgment only perpetuates the sense of separation and discontent. When we stop judging, we no longer define our experiences as good or bad, right or wrong. Instead, we begin to see things as they are, free from the labels our minds impose on them. This shift in perception allows us to live more peacefully and fully, embracing life as it unfolds. The act of being present also involves accepting the impermanence of life. Nothing in life remains the same forever, and trying to hold on to something that is constantly changing only leads to frustration. By accepting the transient nature of life, we learn to appreciate what we have in the moment without clinging to it. This acceptance deepens our sense of inner peace, allowing us to face life's changes with grace and ease. To present moment is not just a concept, it is the doorway to true freedom. Freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from the freedom within ourselves to accept and be at peace with the now. When we let go of our attachments and judgments, we free ourselves from the mental and emotional constraints that bind us. In this state of freedom, we experience a deep sense of inner stillness, which is the truest essence of being. Living in the now also requires letting go of the ego. The ego thrives on identification with the past and future, using memories and expectations to create a sense of self. When we are fully present, we are no longer identified with this false sense of self. Instead, we are simply being in harmony with the flow of life. In conclusion, the practice of being present is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, awareness, and commitment to letting go of the mind's distractions. However, The rewards of living in the now are immeasurable. By embracing the present moment, we open ourselves to a life of peace, freedom, and true happiness.